I don't want to go into your book too much because I think actually the viewers or the people watching this should actually go and read it themselves. In fact, they should read all of them. They're all available on www.caneprize.com.
Yes, they are.
All the PDFs are available there, and they're fantastic reads, and they're short and easy.
And also very, very different. I mean, there's my story, Diane's story, Tendai's story. They all cover very different ideas of the African existence, and that's what I love about it. I mean, one of them isn't even set in Africa, which is cool.
Now, you just mentioned that there were some workshops in the UK, but weren't there some workshops in Zimbabwe, or am I completely...
They're not for Cane, I don't think, but I think that, well, I was recently part of Writivism, which was workshops which were held all over the country. So they were held in Kenya, they were held in Uganda, they were held in South Africa, all over the place. And I do know that their Hay Festival in Kenya is doing some workshops. There's actually an amazing amount of stuff happening on the continent. People always think, oh no, we have a really small literature industry, and it's South Africa that produces the most amount of content.
But do you think Africa supports their own writers enough? I mean, if you look at the kind of the supporting contributors, not many of them are African.
No, to be honest, I don't think African writers support African writers that much. Most of the books I read, I can't afford new books. Most of the books I read are secondhand, so I find myself stuck in Tolstoy or something.
Yes.
And a lot of it's also very confusing because, you know, you have the giants of like Philip Roth, and you have the giants of like, you know, Martin Amis, and you know, those are things that you recognize, and you go to English schools and you go to English literature at university, and that's who you learn about. And people are a bit wary of choosing African writers because they either can't pronounce their names or they just don't know what it's going to be about. But I think that's changing. I think that Africans are becoming more proud of themselves and a lot more interested in writing and reading themselves into the world. And also because it's not the same type of story all the time. It's not just the same rags to riches story. I mean, we have Americana by Chimamanda Ngozi Ngozi, which was, you know, set half in the States. I mean, we're also talking about diaspora as well, and people, for example, like the Cane Prize winner last year, has never actually lived in Nigeria, but he's very much African. So I think we aren't supporting our African writers as much as we should be, but I think it will grow.